the cinema in Leominster that they wanted to turn into a KFC.
Oh, the cinema, that's a new one, is it? Yeah, about 1936, wasn't it? And remember the last film I saw there?
It's probably Tonto. Sorry, Rogers.
We lived at the Elevation Gardens up here, so it was only just like 10 yards to go there, I guess. Hello. Then the start of the season again? Yeah. With the thing. What time did you show? Was it? When you were in Friday? No, yes, it's Saturday. Saturday. Oh, that's all right. Saturday. I don't know how many days I only go to 4. Okay. But you're welcome to those. Put them on there for now. I've got to find that they moved everything out because they had tea and coffee and golf and coffee here the other day. So I haven't found anything yet. Mind you, I haven't looked for anything. Yeah, well, don't worry. It's all right for you there. You all right? I'm not so bad. Good? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You doing that long and all, isn't it? Yeah, they do. You on the bike or? Yes, I'm on the bike today.
that's similar.
Oh, right, yeah. There's some interesting ones there.
Are you at the club tonight?
Yes, I might go down. I've got nothing else to do.
You're missing her, aren't you?
I'm not playing.
No.
Too heavy for me.
Yeah, I'm wanting to see who's picked the team. If you look at the team for next Tuesday.
Is it next Tuesday?
22nd.
I got nurse in the morning. Wednesday I'm going on the walk around the town. Thursday I'm going to go to Hereford Hospital.
Who's doing the walk?
Peter Blanche, I think. There's about,
Chris Priest, was his
there's about 5 of them.
Yeah. Well, it's lovely to see you, and I don't want to see you again.
But I'm here any Monday morning, so.
Yeah. Can't do next one, because I'm in Wakefield, okay? But I'll come the Monday after.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
No, I know it's not too early.
Quarter to 10.
Quarter to 10?
Good open up. That's the main thing, show you how to open up.
Yeah, basically we should stop on
Okay.
that. Do you want to have a team for
No, I didn't. I've got to take her up. She's going to have a blood test at 20 as well, so I'm going to go. Alright, see you again.
Yeah. Ta-da. Sue. She was volunteer at the Age UK. Yes. Then they moved down to the industrial estate, where the offices were.
Yeah.
She didn't do much in the offices, but then they had a shop up in West Street,
Yeah.
and that closed. So she's, I said, why don't you come and have a look, see if you could meet people on this, no selling as such, everything you sell itself, isn't it?
Would you like to have shop at closed? Is that
Sorry?
Is that shop closed on that street?
Yeah, I've been closed a couple of months now.
Is it closed?
It used to be the Age UK charity shop. Because Age UK moved from West Street as an office down on the industrial estate, quite a big office complex they got. It's very good. Oh dear. All right.
Yes, thank
Seen
you.
anything of interest?
Yeah, what's the in that little glass thing just the other side of there?
Market the bun.
Well, that?
Yeah.
Well, that is a Chelsea bun.
Oh, right.
And what happened was that we got the lid to it as well. It was sent to a soldier in the First World War who was fighting in France. One of the lady's sons, and unfortunately he got injured, and they kept moving him around until he actually came back to England. Well, the bun followed him round, and when it went back to his home address, his mother kept it on the mantelpiece for nearly 60 years, and then when this place opened years and years ago, she gave it. So that is actually about 111 years old now. So it'd be a bit dry if you took a bite out of it. What prices they are?
They've got codes on them.
Pardon?
They've got codes on them.
No, they haven't, have they? The ordinary books.
Oh, then I don't know. No, I see what you mean. I don't know. That's a good question.
Quite a good turnout on Saturday, really. It's, that's what that is. I think his name was Ellis, wasn't it?
Sounds right.
One of the Ellis boys. I see we're selling books as well. Do you know what prices they are?
They've got codes on them.
Pardon?
They've got codes on them.
No, they haven't, have they? The ordinary books.
Oh, then I don't know. No, I see what you mean. I don't know. That's a good question.
Quite a good turnout on Saturday, really. It's, we got 55 names down there, but there was a lot more than that. There was an awful lot of them just went out without signing. Are you local?
Yeah, I'm Leominster, yeah.
Leominster, yeah.
Have you always lived in Leominster?
Yeah, I have for a while, yeah. I'm starting a new, going adventure YouTube channel, but I've got one called, starting one called JG Media, which, it's a little bit of it's got a little bit of drone flying involved, so it just depends on what it's like down when I check the wind and wind direction, and I'll get some drone footage done. So
Drone flying.
yeah,
Well, that's a drone camera, isn't it?
it's DJI Action 4. So this is an action camera. It's zoomed right out, so as I'm talking now, it's like got this area here in on a wide angle. So it's also
Hope you got our best side.
if I was in the town and something was going and it's like something like an argument started and that, I would easily make this active and start recording immediately with the camera.
How'd you make it active?
You turn it on, press the record button.
You see now, I would turn away and get out of it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to get mixed up with an argument in town.
These are the two extra batteries, and I have got one of them stick things with it. It's in the bag, one of the long sticks.
Boom.
You gotta extend it out.
Yeah.
Then you can get like. But I just got this chest harness that the camera on. So
That's pretty cool. Are they expensive, those cameras?
well, they're about 289 for the adventure package. You get the 3 batteries and the stick, and you want to buy your memory card afterwards. But it's like if you go on Amazon, you can get 128 gigabyte for about $11.99. So
You can get like 2 terabyte.
yeah, I think I need to go and get a bigger one put in here because I've only got about 7 hours recording time on this.
What do you download it to a disc or something?
I can
like
do it.
that?
I can do it from my phone with the app of DJI because
Oh, right.
it's the same as my drone. I've got DJI, so
That's all
I
about
can-
me, I'm afraid.
I can put this together as well as when I do the drone. So I can actually put my if I had an additional microphone, which you can buy with these, you can have that to go over the drone footage as well. Or you can just put some music over in like on the background of the drone footage.
What do you use for video editing?
I got an app on my phone called CapCut. I did use iMovie on my mobile phone. But I've got a 1 terabyte storage iPhone 16 Pro. I did do a zoom in shot with my iPhone 16 Pro. I just got to find the bit on the video where I asked a question about the Chelsea bun, and then after and the cue point where I'll find is when I ask the question, and then after you give the answer to what the Chelsea is, then I'll put my zoom in shot up closer of the Chelsea bun. So.
Yeah. See, how does that camera compare to the iPhone camera? Because the iPhone cameras are good.
They are good, but these are intentionally wide angle, so this will only go up to 2 max on zoom. So if I was going to go for a flight in, say my friend took me up to the flight to go to Gloucester again, like I've already done it. I flew over it intentionally this way or something, but now you can put these on like a suction thing to the window, and it'll just record going along. So, and you can get the microphone, like the ATC, can sync with them as well. So, like when you talk inside as well. But I haven't got it on my videos with the talking in the cockpit. It's something that I need to get a device to actually sync the audio, and so because I do YouTube for aeroplanes, so Aeroplane Spotters TV, I film aeroplanes taking off and landing, and I do photographs with a big massive lens on a Canon R7. So I got several cameras and whatever.
Do you do that up at Shobden?
Shobden, yeah, and Bryson, Fairford and Cosford I have, yeah. I won't be able to do drones at the military airfields. I have wondered about ringing Bryce to see if they would support a drone flight. But
I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. No.
But I know I might do it again eventually when I'm not bored, which is because it was boring. But I did go down to Leominster Police Station on their open day. I haven't got no video footage. I got drone photos. I took the drone.
Use a different camera on the drone then?
It's a 4K camera on the drone, because I got the Mini 4 Pro I'm using, and I got one of these DJI Neos as well. But I've got several other drones at home.
Is that an 8K?
It's these can record in 4K, I think. I don't know why it says it only got like 7.5 hours on things. I think that must be because it's recording in top quality. It's 180p recording. So anyway, I expect if you were going along doing your daily business and that, you'd probably buy a larger SD card, one of these cameras, and then when you go in and interacting, like if you're a delivery driver or anything, and you have one of these on you, you've got every bit of footage and interaction as to like. I know they wouldn't probably post theirs online. Initially, if I was recording this going out and it was just a general going around, I mightn't put it online. But if something happens, like say that, I might make it a little bit more public. Just like if some certain things happen, I might put it out, like put it out a bit more. So.
Makes sense.
Just a second. I don't think anyone else wants to listen to me chatting on the recording for this long. But anyway.
You can edit that.
Yeah. But I just But I suppose it makes a video a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The drone.
Edited, selected.
So it was about 11 minutes 52. I think was when the point that I asked about that Chelsea bun. So it'll just be put into the video on CapCut of the zoom in shots. So, and it'll show just inside there as well. So this is a good phone anyway. I got my 14 Pro at home, but I upgraded with O2 to this one.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's got because I got a larger space on it, and it's 1 terabyte. I got a photograph, yeah, of the Chelsea bud. And there's a little clip of a video.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
So, because mine, so I'll just put it work out. I'll watch it back, and then because I can put this straight to my mobile phone.
Yeah, there's displays about the RAF and things here, so just move me out of the way from the way. We've got the uniform there. That might interest you. Listening.
I know the camera's recording, but what I'm saying is, so wonder you haven't got anybody, the guys from Hereford that used to do that.
They used to do.
Not RAF Hereford, what the currently thing is there now.
Crednell.
Yes, at Crednell, yeah.
Well, the SAS has got Crednell now, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to be RAF Hereford, yeah.
Well, that's more Hereford than Leominster, though.
Would that have gone into Hereford?
It's true, though.
But there, I'm sure there was a couple from Leominster that went in there as well.
I'm sure.
Royal Air Force.
Well, at Shopton.
Bryce Norton's one of the main British bases in Oxfordshire, as well as I know Odium is a Chinook where they train people on the Chinooks before they move to Odium, which is outside of London. So.
Yeah, see, Shopton in World War II, they had the gliders.
Yeah, they had.
That's where they had to train the gliders.
They had they had because they got the 2 runways. They got a 08. They got a grass runway, and they got the normal runway. But from the air, apparently, you can see where there was another diagonal kind of thing.
That's curious. Why did that differ?
But you can't really see much of it because most of it's covered up now. But they used to have a longer runway to what they use now. The main runway, the hard one, the tarmac runway, runs on to farmers field, and they have a fence there, so they can't get anything bigger in it now. The only biggest thing they can get is like King Air and a Skyvan, the one that does the parachuting, but they're short landing and taking off. So, or the Cessna 208 Caravan. Now, if anything bigger wants to land, you've either got to go to Gloucester or Oxford Airport, or military just go and land back at, say, Bryce or Fairford or something. For Fairford's a standby base anyway for deployments as well. There is an upcoming, whether I should be advertising this, but it's on social media. But there is a upcoming thing in May at Fairford.
Okay. What's that?
In May. This is out public, but what else I know is not But I can say this one, but my mates gave me information in strict confidence not to say the other bit. So all I'm going to say, it'd be involving Ospreys and MC-130, so Hercules aircraft,
Ah, okay.
because that's what's out on Twitter, on X. So what's only been made public is what I'm going to mention. So, but other things might happen along the side of it, but it's just all I just say is just keep your eyes up in the sky. You might be surprised what's going to happen.
There's a question. Do you have a view on, with these drone things that will buzz in the airfields? Do you have a view on that? There's like they said UFOs and.
Well, with these going over airfields with drones and that, the only issue with doing it over with like drones over airfields is that I know at the moment, because there's situations where they can't shoot anything down with drones and actually don't know who's behind it, but they have got a few people that have flown drones over airfields. But if you do want to fly your drone, you can ring the bases and that and see and you can, some cases they might let you fly it, and if you've let them know.
I wasn't planning on flying a drone,
but I said but what I'm saying is if you let them know, they might be okay with you flying it. But if you just do it, it's just going to make things oriented, because they done Lakenheath with the drone and Mildenhall, and they grounded everything that was flying.
That's what I'm asking.
And technically it was done at night, and they had the lights on at the basin or whatever. And that, I know they, regardless of being it like that, some drones have nighttime viewing. So if they didn't, I think they was putting things away from off the base they didn't know what the drone purpose was.
Do they know yet who did it?
Well, it's just people that has these drones and flies them over. So somebody that gets a new drone and that they won't look into the rules properly about where they can fly and where they can't fly.
Makes sense.
So if you register with the CAA, Civil Aviation Authority, you go onto their website. You can take the online theory test to get a flyer ID. We don't need it for 249 grams, but it will give an idea of when anybody asks you about where you're flying the drone and that you've got that anyway, and it's free of charge for the flyer ID. It's only about 11 quid for an operator ID, which I do have both.
Not bad.
I do have both, because the one lasts about 5 years, and the operator ID is renewed every year and has to be printed on the drone. So I've got stickers with it on the drone. So
Makes sense.
So it'll be registered to me, but people don't register them to themselves, they register them to someone else. So they can have an operator ID, and they can have the drone from someone to then fly it. But just a message out there, if anybody's got the idea that I'm going to let my drones go out to anybody, the answer's just going to be a blanket no. Because you might return it back to me with it broken. So unless I don't really let equipment out, and because I've bought it and that, and I'm worried about it's going to come back not the way I lent it out. So that's what I got with. I got an issue with that. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know if you would let anything out to anyone, like. But
I don't have drones.
I bet you wouldn't let someone let somebody borrow, say, a car or a van or anything like
I
that.
don't have those, but no, probably not.
Nope. Nope. That's an old till, isn't it, over there?
Yeah, it is. Welcome to try it.
Hmm.
Works, still works.
Yeah, because not many of them around. They work still.
That one does.
You know, what's that program with the auction people going around? It's a wonder they haven't been in here.
They've been in the town, haven't they? There's antique shows that have visited the town. I'm not sure they visited here.
What about, have you been in Grange Court?
Of course.
Yep, I've got drone shots of Grange Court.
Mm-hmm.
So, drone shots of Grange Court, and then 360 photo. So, just a quick thing, just so when this video does go out, that people do see what I mean about the drone flying sort of situation. There's an app called Drone Assist, where it checks if there's any restrictions in your area for flying. And an example of a restriction would be, there's an FRZ, which is here, is for Shobden. So you can click on it. Flight restrictions zone, UTM ready, online approval available, so you can request to fly there. But RAF airfields are not on the UTM system, so you would have to ring a telephone number to then see. The answer might be just a no, which but I suppose they would appreciate that you rung just to check, rather than just choosing to fly it and having issues like other airfields have had with them.
Of course.
But if they say yeah, they say how long you're going to be, and then you probably ring them when you want to start, and ring them to let them know when you're finished. That's what some places want. So like they let you know when you ring them to say when you want doing it and when you're starting and doing it, and then ring them to let them know when you're finished, because it might ground flights for a while. So, but as I'm more of a plane spotter than just this general recreational stuff, but it's just, if I feel like putting this on another, like on a YouTube channel and that, it's just how I feel, if I'm going to keep it up or not, because I started a channel like this and I rebranded it to Aeroplane Spotting, because that's all I'd done. I never went around other places.
Well,
So
that makes sense.
so if it does make it out there, then because it's just all the ideas of having YouTube channels and now, and I just can't keep it up, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's persistent effort, isn't it? So what are your rest of plans for the day? Where else are you?
Just going around, just doing the drone and to places and that. So I think I'm gonna just stop the recording for now.
Who let the dogs out?
Home point updated. Home point updated.